will now request Shri Yogesh Kochhar to share his views with us.
The greatest disinfectant in nature is light. The timing is right and the road ahead is equally bright. Opportunity nowhere to opportunity now here is just a rearrangement of semantics. The frame of reference essentially with me is going to be IT over the next 3 or 4 minutes. IT is the DNA of all media. As mankind has moved from an industrial age to a knowledge age, the need is to find talent and groom that and not worry so much about the incompetence, because that can always be compensated. Every nation's, state's or organization's growth curve reaches a point of diminishing returns when more efforts do not yield corresponding growth. This happens when the organization reaches the limit of the orbit it is in. For the next big jump, the nation or the organization needs to shift orbits. Every orbit, in turn, is governed by a certain set of beliefs, opinions, and assumptions. Components of the same orbit think alike. And that is the reason why we see a nauseating proliferation of similar products and strategies. Pumping in more resources while remaining in the same orbit results merely in incremental growth. It is at this stage that we require quantum innovation to create an orbit shift. A shift that generates new direction, new pace and quantum growth. Our Honorable Minister of HRD has done just that. In a world littered with sameness, quantum innovation drives differentiation and uniqueness and becomes the prime growth engine. Shifting orbits also requires passion coupled with extraordinary energy. It requires the components of an orbit to dig deep, to escape from its gravity, creating mindsets. The result is a kinetic energy that delivers the Big Bang. Let me share a few statistics. India represents a high-growth emerging market that has a huge gap between the educational system for young adults and employer requirements. India education system has been traditionally in the 90-90 syndrome, where 90% of the education provided is knowledge-based, but 90% of the jobs require skills. Statistically, out of 280 million youth in the 15 to 29 years age group, only 3.7% receive formal vocational training, 7.3% receive non-formal vocational training, and 88% receive absolutely no vocational training. Only 69% of the students who start their education finish at primary level, 53% finish at the middle level, and 28% finish the higher secondary level. That apathy reflects the poor quality of education that doesn't prepare the students for jobs. The above two scenarios result in lack of enough opportunity for the rural youth to get gainfully employed locally or outside of his rural domain. Media being just one of those. The immediate solution to the problem will be to provide the rural youth one essential skilling: to be digitally literate. Where are the schools and colleges? And the only paradigm that can perhaps cross that question is digital skilling. At Microsoft, our reason for existence is a passion for fueling and realizing quantum innovation. We live to create new value and enjoy discovering the new in what others create. We are a commercial organization like any other, but here is the difference. We sell outcomes and not solutions alone. With all of you here, I share a mutuality of purpose. The common man will be able to participate and play his role in e-governance more effectively. A digitally literate common man can participate more effectively in the process of e-governance along with the elected representative of the village, a sarpanch. The political leadership team can reach out to the digitally literate common man faster via cyberspace, teleconferencing, media. Digital literacy, coupled with the training on spoken English or soft skills, can open endless opportunity for the common man to get gainful employment in some of the various upcoming sectors, which is retail, hospitality, telecom, BFSI, and so on. Microsoft is dedicated to the cause of education in India. Our India agenda is aligned with the national agenda, and we have towards all the three pillars: teachers, the taught, and the institutions, and have various programs that address these and are essentially mostly free. that we give across to the various institutions and the universities in the country, improving job and employability prospects of thousands of youngsters who pass out of higher secondary and secondary schools and seek employment to speak a language that the world understands, pretty much the language of media. Improving the administrative management of education in the schooling system so as to make faster and more informed decisions. We enable e-governance and ensure its adoption across the government and citizens. We have several hundreds of e-books, curriculum, training tools that we offer mostly for free that differentiate us. There are several grim issues such as malaria, AIDS, terrorism that the State and Information Media Department continues to fight through the space and time available at their disposal, including outdoor, radio, press and TV. To bring to light an issue that is not grim, that is progressive, has the ability to bring about a pleasant change in the perceptions of the public. Here is information technology, and this has the capability and that opportunity. It is intangible, it requires youth, it requires imagination. Imagination comes out of provocation and questions. Questions are biographical and they come out of our experiences. We bring this unique experience with information technology. Here is a small story. A small Tamil Nadu village by the name of Mambakam. Mambakam was introduced to Microsoft software, and the Mambakam High School is where children go bare feet. Within the first 3 months, the students reached out to the University of Georgia Tech, US, and developed a project titled the One-Day Graph Generator. It's all media. Something that splits the atoms into ions that get collected at 2 different ends of a test tube. The students won the first prize in a district science exhibition, and it brought tears to my eyes to witness the bare feet child jump up at the stage with his teacher and claim the prize from the district magistrate. Pretty much a miniature Bhabha Atomic Research Center in a small village of Mambakam, all media. Splitting of atoms reminds one of Einstein, who said, what counts cannot always be counted, and what can be counted does not always count. We at Microsoft organized a worldwide educators and leaders forum, and the last year an entry from a teacher from a Navodaya Vidyalaya of Kranchal won the first prize by creating a lesson plan called Exploring the Universe. The teacher pretty much dimensioned the entire solar system. The teacher was felicitated in the United States, and a huge execution engine was put behind that initiative to promote it. It's available with us now in e-books. Next, the recognition of e-governance by the government is a step in the right direction that enables the flow of information and empowers the government to undertake course corrections that impact and optimize the implementation of its policies and schemes. E-governance is a new language, and in order that the government implements it really well, Microsoft assists the government towards ensuring and unleashing a new paradigm in education. This will ensure that the resource to manage e-governance is made available in the state and equally ensures the seamless adoption of the paradigm across its citizenry. In order that e-Panchayat succeeds, it's imperative that the Sarpanch learns how to use computers. We have the content and can ensure that the content, incidentally, can be disseminated whether it is television or through radio. Microsoft's digital literacy curriculum has the potential to improve employability readiness amongst all classes starting from class 6 onwards. Microsoft, along with the state government and IT department, builds capacity for enhancing their IT skills of the students in secondary and higher secondary schools. All students undertaking the program undergo only a 30 to a 40 hour of multimedia-based IT training called digital literacy. Today's world has moved beyond the frontiers and boundaries of individual nations and is coming closer and closer through the use of ICT. Communities and focus groups are more interconnected than ever and freely share their ideas and best practices. We have several programs such as Live at EDU, Dream Spark, Biz Spark, an education management information system, Multipoint, but these would essentially mean only names. But here are some of the others, and we have several world-class tools and programs that you may feel free to contact us through Dr. Srivastava here. These programs taken together create a powerful IT enablement program that enhance teacher skills, student-teacher collaboration, ability of all stakeholders to use ICT in teaching, learning and educational collaboration, including within the multimedia domain. These improve employment prospects of senior students and improve educational administration. 10 million students in the country have been impacted by several of our educational initiatives.